Welcome to Amy's Crafts and Things. I'm Amy. In today's tutorial for PE Design 11 and Palette 11, I'm going to show you how to digitize circles that you can use for key rings, gift tags, or any other purpose that you would need a circle for that you might want to cut the center out of. I already made a few. Let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you how I created these. The first thing that we'll do is go to the Home tab into the Shapes tool, and we will grab a circle. And then we will go ahead and drag out the circle. I'm going to change it to a running stitch. This is just a placement holder. I'm trying to get the inner circle to a specific size. I will change the color to black. And with it selected, I will go to the Home tab and I will go to the Edit section and click on Size. I will click the second button and I will choose the width and height while maintaining the aspect ratio. My next one on my chart is going to be a 7.0 millimeter inner circle. I will go ahead and preview that and click OK. And then from here, I will go to the Home tab with it selected. I will copy and paste it one more time. So now I have 3 on the bottom. I'm going to choose the top 2 and select those, and I will change that to a different color to start. Let's go ahead and choose orange. And then I will be changing the size and the stitching, the line stitching. So for the first one, we're going to do the zigzag stitch, and we will change the size on that. Let's go ahead in the lower right hand corner of our screen. We'll zoom in a little bit so that we can have a better view of what we're doing. And with it selected, we will go to the Home section and we will click on Size, and we want to make it just big enough to get on just on the outside of the black line. So we will go ahead and click here, and I think it's going to be about 10.5 millimeter circle. We'll preview it just to be sure. Yep, there it is. So it's the black running stitch is just inside the satin stitch, and that's what I'm looking for. So I'll go ahead and click OK. Then I will scroll back down to the bottom, and I will click the second orange circle. I will actually change that into a triple bean stitch. And then I will go ahead and scroll on down to the bottom there and choose the black inner circle, and I will go ahead and just remove that by clicking Select and Delete. And this one is a 7 millimeter inner circle. So we will go ahead and in our text tab, we will go ahead and click on the smaller font, and I just like to label them so I know what the sizes are. So we'll go ahead and click and type in the 7.0, and then of course you can go ahead and arrange everything so it looks nice for you. The other way that I am going to show you how to do this is I'm going to show you how to make an inner circle with a safety cutting line. Perfect for doing gift tags and keychains. So let's go ahead and grab our shape tool, and we will go ahead and grab the circle again. We'll change it to black, and this time we'll change this one to a running stitch. And let's draw out our circle. Hold the Shift key down and draw out a circle. Then we will go Home with it selected. In the Edit section of the Home tab, click on Size. And I'm pretty close there. I want 7.5 for my inner circle. Maintaining aspect ratio and click OK. Now what I will do is I will go Home with it selected, and I will copy it and I will paste it 2 more times. just like we did before, and we'll scroll all the way down to the bottom. We will select the first two. We'll change those colors to something different. Let's go ahead and we'll do a bright yellow. And this time, same as before, we will go ahead and choose the zigzag stitch. But I want to make it like 1 millimeter bigger than the black circle. So we will go ahead and go home with it selected. And we will click on size. And the size box will pop up. And we did, I think it was 10.5 there, so let's do 11.5 millimeters and preview it. And it's quite not that big yet, so let's try 12.5 millimeters and preview that. And that's kind of what I'm going for. I want like a millimeter spacing here. If you're not sure, let's go ahead and click OK. There is a measuring tool in the tool section of the Home tab. It's right next to the panning hand tool. We'll go ahead and click on that, and then you can go ahead and click, right click and drag it and right click it, and then if you look in your lower left hand screen, it will show you that it's about 9.90 millimeters, so it's pretty close to 1 millimeter of space. So that's pretty close. So we'll go ahead and click on our select tool, and we can change that color black to something else if you like. Doesn't necessarily have to be black. It's just your cutting line that you're going to cut on when you cut out the inner portion of that circle. So if you want to keep it black, that's fine, or you can change it to any color. I'll just choose red. And then just like we did with the previous round circle with the hole in the center, is we'll go to the second yellow one and change that to a triple bean stitch. Also known as, the triple stitch. And we'll go ahead and select it. We'll group everything so that when we move things around, we don't lose any bits and pieces, or when we want to copy and paste it into a project, we will make sure we get all its parts. So let's go ahead and label this one as well. In our text tool, we will grab the smaller font, and we will go ahead and type in 7.5. And click enter. And we'll move it around. And we'll go ahead and zoom out. And then you will have, if you make enough of them, then you'll have your inner circle chart in millimeters. The inner circle is the inner circle of each one of these. So for the 7.5, the inner circle is counting your red line. That's what you're cutting on. Now if you want to add these to a project, we'll go ahead and save this. You would click on your blue flower and you would click Save As, and you would name it. I've already saved it once, so I'm just going to save over what I already have. So if you're going to use this into a project, you can open up a new screen. Go ahead and go up into our Shapes tool, grab a shape. Let's use a rounded rectangle. You can change the angle of the rounded rectangle by clicking on the drop down arrow, choosing the angle at which you want the rounded corners to be at. Okay, and then we'll just move this up to the side here just for a quick second. And then we'll import our keyhole chart by going Home, import the patterns from your file. Choose the file in which your designs are located. go ahead and click on it, choose import. And let's go ahead and put I'll click and drag it over just a little bit. And then we'll select just the whole that you're going to use. And since it was grouped in the original file, when you move it around, you should have all the parts to go with it. And then you can go ahead and select everything else and click delete to remove it. We'll go ahead and select all those parts. And then you can line it up how you'd like. I like to use the measuring bar above. Click on it to grab a reference line, and then I can arrange my designs accordingly. And that's how you create an inner circle, keyhole, keyring, gift tag hole for your designs. If you have any future tutorials you'd like to see, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when future tutorials are posted. Thank you for watching.